What's up, YouTube? We're the Hirst Brothers.
The Hirst Brothers.
The Hirst Brothers.
This video is from episode 6 of our podcast, where we talk about our family trip to South Africa.
If you like this content, remember, subscribe, smash that like button, and you know who you're watching, baby.
The Hirst Brothers.
Hirst Brothers, Hirst Brothers, Hirst Brothers.
So, we're in Kruger National Park. We've got our whole family there, basically staying at this resort, but it's not a resort. It's some really nice buildings and huts in the middle of nowhere. Just one wire going around the outside of the perimeter so that elephants don't come in. And we have to be guided back from dinner to our rooms by a guard, just in case there's a jaguar or a lion on.
Or the baboons.
Or the baboons.
Those baboons will get you.
Yeah, those baboons will
They're
fuck you
actually
up.
terrifying.
They are terrifying.
Like, really cool animals, but absolutely terrifying. And they single out the weak. So, I know, girls as well with long hair, they're known for obviously being weaker. Just a general statement. Not trying to offend any woman.
From the baboons' perspective,
From
at
the
least.
baboons or young kids. So they'll pick on small kids. And then they'll just, we had to find a park that would take us because we had our little nephew.
Yeah, that's true.
What was he at the time? 8 maybe, and most 7, of them won't allow young kids because the baboons will snatch them. So we had to find one that would take us, and he had to be escorted around and stuff. It was pretty wild.
It is pretty wild, but just so cool. So we couldn't help but feel like, oh, this is, and our dad kept joking about this too. You almost felt like you were at Disneyland because it was so spectacular. Where we would drive around the corner and he'd be like, oh, look, the guide who's driving the van would be like, oh, look over there. And there'd be 2 giraffes. And you just can't help but thinking take us to go see the giraffes.
Yeah.
Take us to see the elephants now. But this is completely empty landscape. Those giraffes are actually just there.
Yeah, us seeing a raccoon.
Yeah, for sure. And it was just so spectacular. Anyway, so we're chatting about it, and I'm explaining the story on this work call, and somebody says, what was your favorite moment in Africa? And I said, oh, that time we just about died via elephant.
Yeah. Via mother elephant.
Oh my God. It was just thinking back to that was probably one of the funniest stories ever. Mark and I are sitting on the very back of this thing. Mind you,
slightly intoxicated.
Yeah. As soon as our ranger guide noticed that we liked the beers, he had a whole cooler full of them every day.
Castle Lights, baby.
Yeah,
if you're listening, Castle Light, big supporters,
big fans. Best light beer in Africa, that's for sure.
By far.
So we're cruising down the riverbed, dry riverbed, flying down it, going super. Why were we going so fast? What were we trying to see?
I think racing to see lions. Like a pride of lions wild dogs. Because a couple times the guide will get radioed in from one of the other guides and be like, come quick, there's some wild dogs, which are really rare to see. Or a pride of lions rolled through, and then you book it down these riverbeds. And it was one of those, and we were flying.
For sure. And we did get to go see a pride of lions. We crept up. Mark and I are hanging off the back of this thing, and for 10 minutes we sat there and watched this whole pride of lions. And that female lion got within 4 feet from Mark and I at the back of the truck and just locked eyes with us.
Yeah, no walls, no doors, no roof. And it's about 3 feet staring into my soul, taking a piss on the side of the, and we're just staring at it. And that was the guide was like, Mark, don't move. And it was like, yeah, no, I can't breathe. Like, I'm not about to be moving anywhere. It was the coolest, but one of the most terrifying moments of my life.
For sure.
A wild lion. Like, the thing was like 400 pounds. It was unbelievable.
Oh, for sure. And you're feeling like, part of you feels like, wow, this is so cool. This is, again, it's like a theme park. Like, wow, I'm so glad we got to go do this. Let's do that again tomorrow. The other half of you is like, no, this is a wild animal. If this thing really, just had
a trained killer.
If it just had a glitch for a half a second and was like, I'm going to fuck that guy up.
Easy.
Could have leapt onto our truck and had a meal for weeks. Pulled all 6 of us out of there.
Oh, God. It was terrifying. But incredible. Like, it was one of those, like, you don't even know. You can't think about it at the time until afterwards. And then it was like, wow, that was pretty dangerous. But also, yeah, definitely by far the coolest thing I've ever experienced.
For sure. But I was talking about the elephant excursion. So we're hustling through this riverbed, just flooring it. We're like fishtailing around corners and stuff. Our guy's driving like a maniac, and Mark and I are on the top of this Jeep drinking beers, laughing our heads off, thinking this is hilarious. Branches are swiping at us, and it's just, we're, having a blast. We turn around a corner. It starts to get a little bit narrower, and we turn around a corner right into a huge female elephant with her baby. The elephant does that trumpet noise, just freaks out. Our guide stops for a second, is like, oh fuck, basically pulls out into the bush and drives around it and then starts taking off. And we're like, holy shit, that's incredible. And then turn around. I have like my GoPro rolling at the time, but it doesn't do it justice. You can't see it, but we're flying through this thing and this elephant is chasing us so fast, running straight at us. All we can see is dust coming up and the trees moving all around it.
It's following us. It's chasing us. It's still chasing.
They are also, like, I know everyone knows an elephant's big, but it's one of those, like, you don't notice it until you see it in the wild. And it's
totally.
Like, these African elephants are massive. And it's running
huge.
Definitely, like, I'd say probably like 30K, maybe not, maybe, but we were hustling and it was keeping up. It was keeping up, no problem.
They're fast, man. They're big, muscular, strong animals. They're pretty fast.
It was unbelievable.
And the whole time the guide's freaking out, yelling at us in the back. Is it still coming? Is it still coming? Is it still coming? And we're fucking howling, laughing, drinking pints, just going, yeah, it's still coming. Holy fuck.
It's still chasing.
Look at that thing. And he's actually terrified.
He's scared shitless. The guide is scared shitless. And so, yeah, eventually we somehow outrun this elephant and carry on. And it wasn't until later in the day where the guide told us, like, he was legitimately scared.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the place you don't want to be, being chased by an elephant. Like, that's headline news. Like,
for sure.
Canadian family trampled by elephant.
If you like the song in this video, it's called Ups and Downs by KAYYEEWHY and Isaac Walker.
We reviewed this song in episode 6 of the Hirst Brothers' new music review and gave them a couple of delicious buttery biscuits.
Buttery biscuits. Links in the description.